From a purely logical point of view, time is unlimited/infinite. While there will never be an end of time, in actuality, in our lives, time is perhaps the most valuable resource we have. When we are young, we have a basic understanding of time. This can frequently involve us wanting more time before we go to bed, or being impatient because we want to do something, and for one reason or the other, we have to wait. As we get older, time becomes more significant. We have deadlines, timelines, and most of us seemingly more things to do than can be squeezed into any one day. In reality, that is generally not true. I will save that discussion for another time, however. Today, I want to focus on the time that we spend with each other. Again, looking back on the stages of life, I can remember as a child wanting some things to last longer than they did. I can remember riding motorcycles with my dad or going to a state park with my mom and exploring the rocks and the water. As a father myself, I can remember taking my children four-wheeling, skiing, boating, camping, traveling, etc. I wanted those times to be much longer. I believe they did as well. I live in Utah and my mother lives in North Carolina. One of my sons lives there as well, and one of my daughters lives in Virginia. My other children live in Utah. What once seemed like an endless font of time together has now turned to a sobering reality. I have relatively few visits left with my mother. I also have very few visits with my two children that live in the East. Here's one line of realization. I see my mother on average about 2 times a year. She is 82. If she lives to be 92, I will be blessed to see her 20 more times. That's it. When you think of time that you have with loved ones being finite in terms, you get a sobering gut punch. However, it does not have to be a negative one. I'm pointing this out for 2 reasons. First, it is by having a level of awareness that I have truly changed the way I think and actually experience my interactions with my mother, my children, and the other loved ones I have in my life. It has inspired and refocused me to live in the present. Life is not about woulda, coulda, shoulda. Instead, it is about being where you are at every moment of time. It has inspired me to slow down, to enjoy the moments, to marinate in them, to outwardly express using words and actions my love, to be less judgmental, critical, angry, impatient, and unkind. The second key reason I am sharing this is that I hope you will think about it and if and how this concept fits and applies into your own life. I'm not saying it has to be the way that it works for me. I just hope that you can be intentional about using your allotment of time. Our families, friends, and loved ones will surely benefit when we do so. I wish us both the best as we practice this awareness and execute it. We will likely not be perfect, but I firmly believe we can be better with time.